Hi guys, welcome to a WIP Wednesday and Finish Object Wednesday. Da-da-da. I am Ashley. If you don't know me, I usually make the show and tell podcast, but I guess I will do that at the end of the month, or I will keep doing these weekly videos and don't do the podcast anymore. Nobody knows. Yes, so let's get started. First project that I finished was the Spider Lace Jacket by Red Heart Super Saver. Because Red Heart, your inspiration bought Red Heart. Red Heart's website is now on your inspirations. So all Red Heart, wait, I have a hair in my neck. So all Red Heart patterns are going to be on yourinspirations.com, which is this website right here. This, can I point? This one right here. There we go. So I did finish it. I used Premier Comfy Cotton. Yes, I think. It's a sport weight yarn. I use a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, which is a D crochet hook. What else can I say? It is a cotton acrylic blend. And this is blocked and everything. It's for my mother-in-law. I did the size extra large. So you can see the lace is really nice and open. Obviously when you wear it, it's gonna be nicer. The thing I have never done is this double crochet that it is done through this loop. I don't know if you can see the loop. There is a loop in between each stitch, so you kind of make that the next double crochet in the loop, and when you chain at the beginning chain, you actually have to take make three chains and then go in the second chain and pull up a loop, and then go under the chain and pull up another loop, and then wrap the yarn and pull through that 2 loops, and then wrap again and pull through 2, and then you have your first double crochet done that way. I forgot the name. I think it's a join double crochet or something like that, and you do that on every double crochet. That makes it so you have no gaps. Like regular double crochets have a lot of gap, and you can see there's no gap in between these double crochets because they are joined that way. I have never done that. It was my first time doing that. So the first time I did it, because I read just DC, I did regular double crochets, so I messed up, and I already blocked it, so I had to rip it out, frog, start again. So that's why this project has taken me forever. Plus, the first time I started it, I started with a different yarn. It was not working at all. I returned that, got the yarn that needed to be used. It still ended up a little shorter. I think I could have gone with a 4mm crochet hook to make it spacier, because my tension is really tight, though I didn't crochet that tight with this. But in the model, it hits her waist, her hips, and in me, it hits my waist. So I don't know if it's gonna be too short on my mother-in-law. I'm short, okay? So I don't know if it's gonna be short on her, but I told my husband once he goes over there, if it is too short or it is too tight, she can block it with steam and stretch it out wherever she thinks it needs a little bit more tugging and pulling. Because I don't have her here with me, it's hard to make things to fit her the same way that when I make things for my mom, it's hard for me to guesstimate if it's gonna fit her, if it's not, if it's gonna be a little too short in the front, things like that. But I did steam block it, and it set the acrylic part of it, so it's not going anywhere. But if she needs to steam it a little bit more and stretch it out, she can do that too, because I didn't block it that aggressively. but you can see it looks really nice. I'm really satisfied with the finished project. The arms, after they were blocked, they opened up so nicely, and I really like it. I have it in a little bag because I have dog hair everywhere, and I don't want this to get, you know, dirty or full with dog hair and stuff like that, especially because it's for my mother-in-law. And I think it's going to be good for the climate of Puerto Rico because it is very airy, and it is cotton. So it's going to be, my mom never complains about the apparel I have made her. I have always used that type of yarn. So I guess it's the yarn that works. Like, it's breathable, and I always make meshy things. I have a book over there. The one day I'll show you guys. I think I did, but it has a lot of patterns that I want to make for my mom. So I might get started on that. Plus I have, you know, that acrylic that I bought. That it's country cotton? No. I don't know. It's a premier cotton yarn that is a sport weight yarn that they sell at Michael's or online. You can find it online. They have more colors. But yeah, that is usually what I use for apparel for tropical climate. That is the finished object. In works in progress, I have this little guy right here. I'm going to put him in straight. There we go. There. He is going to be a bunny kid like Julia. Like her. They're going to be so cute. He is a commission order. And as you can see, he has afro hair. He is stinking cute. I used Red Heart Super Saber for the face in the color coffee. I've been trying to look for more browns in different shades because I know we're not all the same shade of brown, and it is hard. Plus, I've been trying to communicate with people who make dolls of color to kind of help me out. Hey, I need like a caramel kind of brown. I never get answers back. I'm not here to steal your I usually make them for myself, and I want to have different colors of bunny kids. So if somebody has a baby, I can, you know, estimate their skin color and be like, here you go, have your Caucasian, your Latina, your Afro-American baby. I want to make them all shades, and I know we don't come in the same shade of brown. So Julia is more like my color, though I look really different from my real color on camera. But yes, she is more my color. So I have to make Rose one that looks just like Julia. She's gonna have a little lighter hair because Rose doesn't have black hair. That is the thing. I want to make them look like the kids, so they are represented in a little bunny kid, and they can hold them and, you know, share with each other. Though Julia, I changed her arms. She can bend and all that. This one, I don't know if I'm going to put the wire in because it's for a baby, and I don't want... Though I use pipe cleaners, they're not that strong, and I bend them pretty well at the end and stuff. But I think it's gonna be so cute. I use Yarn Bee. That was on clearance on Hobby Lobby. It is regular price for $4.49. This is a DK weight yarn. I was thinking of doing French knots with regular acrylic yarn, or doing some popcorn stitch, but then I saw somebody who did afro hair with popcorn stitch, and they said they had to put a layer underneath of black single crochet, a layer of black single crochet to cover the hair because it was gappy. And I was like, no, that's not going to work for me. So I decided, I found this in my stash, and it looked like afro hair to me. And it is soft, so it's going to be really texture and really nice feeling. This feels a little like microfiber blanket or towels, you know, that kind of same material. That's kind of how it feels. And this is, sorry guys, I'm out of breath. I recorded another video before this one. The color is black, and Cloud 9 is, I guess, the yarn. And yes, we know it's color black, but so it's 100% polyester. So but it feels the same as a microfiber cloth. I think it's really nice. I showed it to the person that's buying it from me, and she was amazed. Plus, I think you have seen it on Instagram. She was really happy, and I'm really happy that she's really happy. I am using, this is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn in a green color. I don't know. I threw the label like 3 years ago away. So, plus I moved. So, who knows where the label is. But it's kind of like a Christmassy green. It's not deep green. It's more Christmassy. And I'm going to be using this fabric right here for the ears and tummy. And it's going to be stinking cute. The pattern that I'm using for this is from the Amigurumi collection. I didn't buy this. My mom got it for me from Joann's for Christmas gift. The only thing I have done is a template or a pattern for the fabric because they don't give you that. So when I did the first one, I cut out templates with the cardstock, and I wrote down ears, fabric, tummy, fabric, and that's what I use to put on the ears and stomach. I used freight check. I got the freight check from, which one is it? I have the regular freight check, and then I got the one from like the glue company. Let me get it. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. So I got this one from their E600 fabric fabric lock. This one works amazing. Though I recommend putting it just in the back of the fabric, not in the front, in the edges of the back, because it is glossy. So it leaves kind of like a plasticky residue, but it's really good. And this book has a bunch of patterns, as you can see here in the back, but I have done only the bunny kids and this one right here. I kind of used the body and then I modified the rest because yeah, I made it into Duck from Sarah and Duck, so I kind of morphed it into something else. But it has a lot of patterns for kids, and it's really amazing, and I really want to make all the things in this book, but I haven't gone through it because the bunny kids are fun and people seem to love them, so I'm always making some. And yeah, that's the book I'm using. And it's not really called Bunny Kids, the pattern. It's called Bunny Doll, but I like to call them Bunny Kids. So that is what I hope to show you next week. So talk about Yarn Festival. I went to Stitches Salt Lake in Utah. It started on Wednesday last week, and Wednesday Wednesday last week, and it lasted until Saturday. And then when I went, I got out of Idaho Friday at 10:30 a.m. Arrived there at 4:30 or 4:45, almost 5. There was a lot of traffic. Obviously, it's Friday. There's a lot of construction going on in the highway over there. It was so tiring, that trip. I think I napped. Yeah, I think I did. My husband took a car that I can't drive, so I couldn't be like, okay, now you lay down and sleep for like 5 minutes, because that's when he naps, and then I'll drive. So Saturday was free, and to be free, it was pretty empty. There wasn't a lot of people. I got there right when it opened because we had other plans, other plans to do other things. But yeah, once I left that one, there were more people coming in, and I guess those people had breakfast or got up late. It's still Saturday, you know. Got up, whatever, late. They dressed, they showered, they did their thing, and then they were like, okay, let's go to a festival now. It was until from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., so they still have time to shop. And I met Quaylen from the Quo tutorials now. He used to be from the Quo podcast. I met Charlene from the Yarniacs podcast, which is an Audible podcast. And who else? Oh, my husband won a $20 prize, so he got some buffalo yarn socks. They feel really amazing. There was a lot of stuff that I wanted to buy, but I didn't have the budget. I only had $75 in my bank account, so my husband told me, and I was like, okay. Anyways, I didn't have a plan to buy all the things. I have, as you know, I went to Colorado this same year, and I bought all the yarn that I needed for projects. So I need to get my butt in action and gear and do all the projects that I plan to do. So yes, I was not how can I say, I bought 2 things, that's it, because anyways I didn't have a list. I wasn't going to buy, I didn't have the budget, and yeah, it was whatever. So I was there more for the experience, to just experience the festival and know what a Stitches festival was like, though this festival was smaller than the one in Colorado, which is, it's not Stitches. I forgot the name. But it was like, the year I went to the Colorado one the first time, it was kind of like the Stitches and Salt Lake, kind of like that vibe. There was not a lot of people. And then when I went this year, it was packed. There was more vendors and a lot of people. Like, the space that they had it at looked really tiny. There was no space in the walls. It was like packed with people and salesperson. Sorry, my dogs are rough playing underneath the table, so that's why they're shaking. Hey! Okay, they stopped because they're shaking everything. And yeah, I did like the experience. It was kind of meh because obviously I wasn't going to buy anything. I was thinking of going to the festival here in Idaho that is 2 hours away. My husband is not going to be here, and I'm dreading to drive 2 hours over there. I was thinking of inviting my neighbor, so I wouldn't go alone, because I am scared of going to places by myself, especially that far away. Like, drive 2 hours by myself. So yeah. And anyway, she has never experienced a festival, so I love to experience the festival. I feel that festival here in Idaho is more kind of like Rhinebeck, and I like it. I might not go this year. I might go next year because I already did this one. And yeah. But yes, let me show you what I got. So I just shut my mouth and show you. So I got this fiber, which is amazing. It is from the One String. It's 4 ounces, and the color is Safety Dance. The fiber is Falkland. It feels strong but soft at the same time. I don't know a lot about fiber things, and I'm not a professional experienced spinner. I just started, so I want to dip my feet into it slowly. So I bought this, and let's see how much time it takes me to spin something, yarn, and then ply it, and then make something. It might lay over there, and then I'll make something with it, but the color, I couldn't resist it. I believed it was $18 or $15, around that price range, but it's so beautiful. Ooh, I loved it. The other purchase was Honey Girl Farm, and this is 100% superwash merino, 100 grams, 200 meters, or 218 yards. And the colorway is Ron Weasley from the Harry Potter collection. As you can see, it's so beautiful. Because Ron Weasley is my love. I love Ron Weasley. So I had to have him. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. He's going to lay in my stash. I'm going to think about how he's going to be more beautiful even. So she has a lot of really speckly yarn. Oh my god. She had the Hermione colorway was stunning. She has a lot of Harry Potter universe yarn, and what I mean is Harry Potter plus Fantastic Beast. She has a lot of it, and beautiful. Like the color, the camera is not doing justice how beautiful this yarn really is. Like, it's amazing. I was like, I want all the yarn from this vendor right here because it was eye-catching. Like, her booth was eye-catching. Her yarn was beautiful. I got DK weight yarn. I don't know if I told you, in the pure DK. That's the base. Because I really don't want to buy sock yarn a lot. I already have a bunch of sock yarn, and my hands get really like so when I touch sock yarn. So I'm like, I need more DK in my life. You know, I can still make myself some DK socks, you know. So I might need to buy bigger needles. Though I think I have bigger needles to make myself socks with DK. But I'm in love with this color. It was a good purchase. I think this was $28 plus tax. But I love it. And I think for Christmas, I'm going to ask for some more yarn from her because she was amazing. She was so nice. She had amazing yarn, and her colors spoke to me. And that's how I buy yarn. If it speaks to me, if the dyer is really awesome, I'm going to buy more. And she has an online shop as well. So it's Honey Girl Farms. And I know somebody else who buys her yarn because really, really, pictures don't make justice. If you see some speckles and you're like, but they look so dim, buy it. It's gonna be popping. It's like the colors are gonna be intense because I was there in person and those colors were like in your face, and I love that. So I might buy some Hermione if she still has some in DK weight next time for Christmas, maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna get that, but yes. And that is all I have to show you for this week. I hope to see you next Wednesday, and hope that some of my WIPs that are in hibernation, I get to work on those, that I have my bunny kit finished and I can show you guys on Wednesday, and keep working on things that I need to finish. And then I have this right here, this Sweet Baby hoodie. from your inspirations from Bernat. I have made this before, but they changed the layout of the pattern, so now it's easier to read. I have more experience, so I don't think this time I'll cry when I make it, and I will probably be able to read it better. The letters are bigger because I'm blind, and yeah, it's gonna be much better. I hope so. This is for a friend. I already showed you in my podcast the yarn that I'm going to use. So yes, I hope to see you next Wednesday. And this is all. I hope you like this Wednesday episode. And yes. And as always, remember to do what you love. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.